Apple just released their most affordable MacBook ever, and this laptop starts at $599. And if you are a student, you can actually get it for $499 with Apple's education pricing. And that's honestly surprising because when most people hear MacBook, they immediately think over $1,000, but Apple clearly wants to change that. So today we are looking at the brand new MacBook Neo. Is this actually a good laptop for students, or did Apple cut too many corners to meet that price? Well, let's find out. Honestly, the first thing you notice about the MacBook Neo is the design. Even though this is Apple's cheapest MacBook, it still feels premium. The whole laptop is made from aluminum, so it doesn't feel cheap at all. It's also very light, coming in at about 2.7 pounds, which means it's easy to carry around. If you are a student going to class, studying in the library, or working in a coffee shop, this is the kind of laptop you can take anywhere without feeling like you are carrying a brick. Now, one thing Apple did differently here is the colors. The MacBook Neo comes in silver, indigo, blush, and citrus. And the color we have here is the citrus, which is easily the most unique color Apple has put on a MacBook in a long time. It's bright, fresh, and honestly feels a little more fun compared to the usual silver and space gray laptops. Apple clearly designed this laptop with students and younger users in mind. Now, let's talk about the display. The MacBook Neo has a 13-inch Liquid Retina display. The resolution is 2408 by 1506, which means the text look sharp and the images look very clear. The display runs at 60Hz, which is the standard refresh rate you see on most laptops. That means scrolling and animation look smooth for everyday tasks like browsing the web, watching videos, or working on documents. It also gets up to 500 nits of brightness, which is actually pretty good for a laptop at this price. So whether you are watching videos, editing photos, or just reading documents, the screen looks bright and vibrant. Apple also added an anti-reflective coating that helps reduce glare when you are using the laptop in places that are really bright. Now, of course, this is not the same display you get on something like the MacBook Pro. There is no 120Hz promotion, and you don't get the mini LED display that the Pro models have. But for a laptop that starts at $599, the screen here is honestly still really good. Now, here's the part everyone wants to know. How does this Mac actually run? So instead of using Apple's usual M series chip, the MacBook Neo is powered by the A18 Pro chip, the same chip Apple introduced into their iPhone 16 Pro. Now, at first, that might sound strange for a laptop, but for everyday use, it actually performs surprisingly well. Basic things like browsing the web, writing documents, watching YouTube or Netflix, doing school assignments, using apps like Safari, Canva, all run very smoothly on this laptop. The base model also comes with 8GB of unified memory and 256GB of SSD storage, which is enough for most students who mainly use cloud storage, school apps, and streaming. Another thing I like is that the MacBook Neo is completely fanless, which means it runs silently. There's no fan inside, so you'll never hear any noise while working or studying. Now let's talk about the creative work for a second. Technically, you can run editing software like DaVinci Resolve on this laptop, and simple edits might work at first, but because this MacBook is still new and the chip isn't really designed for heavy editing workloads, you might start noticing slowdowns or even crashes during longer editing sessions, especially when dealing with larger video files. So realistically, this laptop is not built for professional video editing or heavy creative work. If you are doing things like serious video editing, heavy programming, 3D rendering, you would still be better off with something like the MacBook Air or the MacBook Pro, which are designed for more demanding tasks. Apple also included their Magic Keyboard, and the design actually matches the MacBook really well. It blends nicely with the laptop's clean aluminum body, giving it that simple and minimal Apple look. Typing on it feels comfortable and responsive, which is great if you are a student writing essay, taking notes in class, or working on assignments for long periods. Apple also included full height function keys at the top, so things like adjusting brightness, volume, or media controls are quick and easy. One thing to know is that this keyboard does not have a backlight keyboard, so if you are working in darker environment like late at night or in a dim room, the keys won't light up like they do on more expensive MacBooks. Below the keyboard, you get Apple's large multi-touch trackpad, and honestly, Apple still makes some of the best trackpads on any laptop. It's smooth, very precise, and it works perfectly with the gestures built into macOS, like swiping between apps, scrolling through pages, or zooming with two fingers. So overall, even though Apple removed a few features to keep the price low, the keyboard and trackpad still feel very much like a real MacBook experience. For video calls, the MacBook Neo has a 1080p FaceTime HD camera. That's great for things like Zoom classes, online meetings. On the FaceTime calls, you also get dual microphones which help capture your voices clearly, and you can isolate your voices as well. The laptop includes stereo speakers with spatial audio support, so watching movies or listening to music sounds surprisingly good for such a small laptop. Hey, what's up guys? So let's test out the speakers on the MacBook Neo. So the MacBook Neo has two speakers right here. We have one over here and we have another one right here. So let's see how the bars are. You don't want to have a MacBook Neo and you don't want to be able to play your favorite music. So let's play some free copyright music on the loudest volume. Not bad, not bad. Speaker is kind of decent, it has nice bass and yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, that's cool. Now, to keep the price lower, Apple simplified the ports on the MacBook Neo. On the side of the laptop, you get two USB-C ports and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Those USB-C ports handle things like charging, data transfer, and connecting accessories, which will be enough for most everyday use, but there are a few things missing compared to more expensive MacBooks. For example, there is no MagSafe charging, and the USB-C port here also don't support Thunderbolt, which means you won't get the faster data speeds or advanced display support that you'd find on higher end models. So if you use a lot of accessories like external drives, SD cards, or multiple monitors, you probably want to pick up a USB-C hub to expand the numbers of ports. Now, when it comes to battery life, this is actually one of the strongest parts of the MacBook Neo. Apple says the laptop can last up to 16 hours of video playback, which means most students could easily get through a full day of class, studying, and even watching some videos without worrying about charging. Another thing to keep in mind is that the RAM can't be upgraded later, so whatever configuration you buy is what you'll be using for the life of the laptop. And on the base model, Touch ID isn't included. If you want fingerprint unlocking, that only comes with a 512GB storage version. So those are some of the compromises Apple made to keep this MacBook at such an affordable price. Now, the real question is, should students actually buy the MacBook Neo? If you mainly need a laptop for things like schoolwork, web browsing, watching videos, writing assignments, everyday productivity, then honestly, the MacBook Neo is still a really solid option. You are still getting great battery life, a nice display, a premium aluminum design, and access to macOS along with the Apple ecosystem. But if you are planning to do heavier creative work like serious video editing or more demanding tasks, you might be better off going with something like the MacBook Air, which has more powerful hardware. Overall, the MacBook Neo feels like Apple's way of making MacBook experience more accessible and affordable, especially for students. And honestly, that's something a lot of people have been waiting for. But now, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Would you buy the MacBook Neo or would you go for the MacBook Air instead? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.